Hey everyone, welcome back to TrAM Part 2 with Ultraviolent 4. TrAM of course stands for Troll Arcane Marksman, and when this character left the station, you can't see this right now but I'm actually face palming. Alright, so, yeah, okay, let's get back on track. Okay, somewhere on this video there should be a report button. So if you just... No, don't actually report me. Alright, so... I just can't help myself. Alright, so we're trying to play a slime troll. You can see here we're red drained at the moment. I tried on an amulet of harm without knowing what it was, so we're very drained. We're going to keep going through the dungeon. We're going to try to find Lair, and then hopefully there'll be a Jivya altar in Lair. I like how he's throwing tomahawks at me, and we caught one. Throw it back. Okay, a few rings. We've got remove curse, so we can find out what these are. See invis. Okay, and this one is curse teleportation, so let's lose that one. We may as well put invis on when we don't have anything else instead. Okay, so we got teleport trapped, and there's a whole bunch of gold here. So we now have enough for the Book of Cantrips. This has quite a few useful spells in it. Okay, so we can't use Animate Skeleton because it's considered evil by our temporary god Ellie. But the main thing in there that we'd want now is Confusing Touch, which is a hex. But I think we actually probably wouldn't be able to cast that. Let's see, I wonder if this will actually tell us. So we can go examine. That one? Yeah, so it would be a 99% fail. The problem is that we're using a shield, so we're probably not going to be able to cast that very well. Oh wow. Until we get rid of some of our shield penalty. So this is a really, really good artifact hat that we've just found. It has Spirit Shield, which means our magic will be shared with our HP. It allows us to go berserk, a little bit of negative energy resistance, and 2 points of MR. So this hat is really, really good. And then let's rest to get our MP back. So to find that on D7 is quite amazing. We can pretty much be like a troll berserker now. We see here we've got our first ability at 1 piety is lesser healing. It's pretty weak, but it only costs 1 point of MP. And divine protection, which basically asks Ellie to let you live. But here, any intervention costs piety, and well, asking for it is free. But basically, how likely she is to save you or not depends on how much piety you have in total. And the heal, of course, gets stronger with your invocations, so it's not actually that useful until we have a bit of that. We've got a bit laggy. We've got a whole bunch of gnolls and things coming at us. If I stand here, I make it walk around the corner to get to me. Wow, that guy was strong. Okay. And I want to check out what the scroll is. Blinking. Okay. Bummer. All good. From the next one we find, we'll know what it is. I'm going to turn off amnesia from my auto pickup. It already was off. Okay. If I ever need them, I can come pick it up. Here's an ogre. Alright, good. And basically trolls are so strong. You can see in all these fights. even when we're not red drained anymore, but even when we're yellow drained, we still don't really need to rely on this berserk. But it's nice to have it. You can see even without any evocations training, it has a 50% failure, which is pretty good. So I wouldn't train evocation skill just because you have an item that has berserk on it. Wonder paralysis is very good. Let's check out this ring. Magical power. Okay, so that's basically like having extra HP with our guardian spirit. That's a really, really good book, but you need to be a conjurer, which we're never going to be as a troll. Or wizard. Hang on. If I XV it, have a look at 0% chance of confuse. Ha! Although that guy can still smite us. Yeah, we've got a ring of protection from magic, and we have 2 points from the hat of the bear spirit. We just got trapped again. That's okay. We pretty much cleared the floor, so that's alright. Okay. There's just a random slime which made me hopeful for a second that maybe we're going to see an altar, but I don't think we are. There are bees up there. We have no resist poison, and we have no lignification that I'm aware of. So I don't especially want to fight the bees. If we were, say, in a hallway, maybe. But in the open like that, bad idea. I mean, we can fight a couple at a time. Maybe if I yell. Okay, well, we had some buzzing. I'm just going to take this one up. I don't want to fight 3 at once. I'll go to a different stair. Okay, well there's a few. At least 3. Okay, that's way too many bees. There's obviously a large bee vault here. So this is a really dangerous floor. So let's see. Do I want to skip this? Maybe. Yeah, or maybe they're 2 separate packs. So this had 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these other bees were quite far away. But there might also be one of those really big bee vaults that has a queen bee in it that can make them all go berserk. So it's a bit dangerous. That is a D8 ugly thing. That is insane. So these guys are dangerous on about D11 or so. Seeing one on D8 is really, really early. Okay. They can't see invis, so we could quaff an invis. We could also just agility and then maybe berserk and try to kill it that way. Or I could also, I think what I want to do is I'll try to throw a net at it. And if we net it, then we might just be able to claw it to death. Okay, we missed. Let's go again. Okay, we got it that time. So let's see. Alright, still very, very much alive. And we now have -4 corrosion. What do I want to do? I could use one of my fear, or I could agility and then berserk. Maybe I'll agility. If it hits me again, then I'll fear it. It did hit me again. Alright, we're fearing it. Go away. So we have this D8 has an ugly thing and a massive amount of bees, which makes me think that I just want to skip this floor. I haven't seen a downstairs yet though. 2 upstairs. 3. But no downstairs. Alright, so I'm going to try to look for a downstairs and then I can come back to this floor later. But it is really dangerous to be on right now. Ugly things are one of the reasons that you don't just go straight to D15, you go into lair. And why you also, oh wow, potentially don't want to go all the way to D12. You maybe want to go to D10 and then maybe D11. because you might see ugly things and they're really scary. So you have a whole bunch more bees here. And some there, and some there. So what is going on this floor? Huh. What about these ones? I could add you again. That's less valuable than my invis is. I have heal other now. So I could have tried to potentially try to pacify the ugly thing. But it was right next to me and I have no invo yet. That's also not going to work on the bees. One, I think they're mindless. Let's see, can I point it at them? Apparently I can. Okay. I think as long as they... Okay, so it doesn't work on slimes because they don't have a mind at all. But I guess bees have a mind, it's just a tiny one. It's not going to work though because they're going to be way too many bees to try to pacify. So maybe I just want to shoot like an acid. There's so many bees. We'll go again. And again. Okay, well that worked pretty well. We should just be able to fight these two remaining ones. And I think I want to recharge that. More bees. What is going on with this floor? Trying to derail this character. I gotta stop. It's gotta stop. Right, no more TrAM jokes. Oh, more. How are there so many bees? Bees! They're alright when they're... Oh god, so many bees. Never seen this many bees. Also, this one bee won't be wanting me. Alright. It's okay, 3 at a time, but where are they all coming from? An ant, okay. You don't scare me as much as the bees, ant. Let's read the Wonder Paralysis. Yeah, that's a really good thing to have. We could have, for instance, tried to paralyze the ugly thing. A two-headed ogre is also kind of scary. I think I might, if I have a look at paralysis, 28%, that's pretty low. I think I want to acid him. I can't yet. Okay, well the large rock really hurt him. Okay. Right, well that worked. When you acid something, you very much make them less threatening because it lowers their AC, so you hurt them more. But it's basically corroding them, but it also stops them from doing damage to you. So it makes their attack. He's a D8 Cyclops. What is going on with D8? I don't even know. So we acided him. We're just going to do the same. That really hurt. What do we do if he just smacks me again? I guess I quaff Berserk Rage. Never mind. This D8 is nuts. And we still haven't seen it downstairs either. Well, there's the ugly thing. It didn't see me. It did now. I wonder what our paralyzed chance is. 28. It's pretty low. We can have a few goes. See, the problem is that they move faster than you. Oh, well, we got him. Alright, so that worked. They move slightly faster than you as a normal speed race, so you can't just run from them. And there's a vampire? What is happening? We have 1,000,000 MR, so the vampire can't hex us. And we also have C Invis, which I'm going to put on. I did the wrong one. That one. Okay. So He can't go invis and can't hex us, but he still is wrecking us. Okay, we have fast regen though, so we can regen. Maybe we want to try to acid him as well. Is that doing the trick? He has a vampiric bite. That's where most of his scary damage comes from. It hurts you and it heals him. Alright. Alright. Well, I'm thinking that I maybe want to get my shield penalty going, which is to 9. And then I'll train some invocations. Maybe I'll start turning dodging and fighting off to try to get there. Because it would be good to have, 1, to have our heal, but 2, also if we need to use it, we can have our pacification ability, which is heal other, I think of as pacification, have it being at least a little bit effective. There's another book. He has a wand of acid, and that just did a very big chunk of our health. Can we paralyze him? Not really. So what do we do here? If I try to heal him, I don't know what sort of chance we have. Okay. A Crimson Imp with a dangerous wand is really, really bad. I think maybe I just teleport. Okay, and I try to stay away from him. I may as well just try a heal other on him. Unfazed. We lose a lot of health. I could cure, or I could use my lesser healing. The actual curing is probably better. Okay, we teleported. Alright, so this is the craziest floor of all time. I see it downstairs somewhere. There, okay. Let's go to that downstairs. Hopefully we won't see that imp. Or maybe we'll just go this way. Look for another downstairs over here. Lucky you were a troll. Well, there's our lair. I don't really want to go into lair because lair can be dangerous, but I don't know if the rest of the dungeon's gonna be like this, then it's probably safer. Let's put our magical power back on instead of see invis and more bees. I would like to see this book. The Book of Battle. Okay. I like Song of Slaying, but we don't really have the time to train charms now, and certainly not just for that one spell. Regen we can't use because our god thinks necromancy is evil, and spectral weapon doesn't work with our claws. So even though that's my favorite book, that's not one we're doing. There's another book up there though. And a wraith. What's happening? What's my paralysis chance on him? 15, barely anything. I guess we acid again. He can slow me with his attacks. He didn't though. Okay. So I don't know what's happening on D8. Seems like there's been kind of a bit of a crazy vote going on, or else we've just been really unlucky. A Book of Geomancy. What's in that one? Pass Wall. That's about it. Similar thing. Pass Wall would be nice, but not something we can train right now. Is there anything in debilitation? Not really. So I guess we'll just drop that too. Alright, let's go to D9. We'll pretend that D8 doesn't exist for right now. I want that ring. Positive energy. Well, we'll remember to stay positive. Just make a little reminder here. But we already have iron from our hat, and it's not that useful resistance anyway. I'll ID a potion. Heal wounds. Okay, good. And I'm willing to wear this. We've seen harm. Faith I would be happy to wear. Regen. Okay, good. So we get even more regen. Always nice. Especially when you have a lot by default. Usually when you go down dungeon floors, they feel scarier, but this one feels much less scary. Brand weapon. Sad. Sad. But yeah, no weapon to speak of. I'll turn that off because we're never going to have a weapon. Wonder Confusion. Does the same thing as Paralysis, but at this early stage of the game, I'd like to have it because we might run out of charges and we're still pretty weak. We're being drained. What am I throwing? Throwing nets? No. Do the tomahawks. Probably I'll go down to D10 and maybe do a bit of D11 before I actually head into lab. We got teleport trapped again, but thankfully not anywhere dangerous again. I don't know that I've learnt my lesson about going up these unexplored stairs, but this one worked out. Okay, let's go down. More bees. And Joseph. Let's take up maybe a couple of bees. We didn't even get any. We'll go to a different one. Centaur, that's alright. A wolf? That might indicate Grum. Yep, there he is. He just has a plain spear. I guess we'll just take this wolf up with us. And third stay lucky? Not really. Yeah, okay. As you can see here, this is what Grum does. He stands behind his wolves and hits you with the polearm. He's been acided though, so then he's not as scary. What are our skills? We've got dodging at 5. I think I'll turn that off in an effort to get our shield up to 9. And fighting I might go to 5 as well, and then also stop. More whites. Let's get drained again. Sounds fun. Tried to trap me between them. That was very crafty. And I might just do a search to see if there's a robe somewhere that's magic. No, not a single one. Another Cyclops and an Unseen Horror. So I'll chuck on C Invis, and then we can fight it. Shields to 6. So we missed the warrior. It hit the orc behind and then killed him. It's unfortunate. We turn fighting off at 5, and maybe even we'll just go to normal unarmed. So we'll try to get our shield to 9, which is a skill required to remove the penalty. And then we'll think about invocations. Acid again. Our acid wand is running out. We might want to... Yeah, I'll recharge it. We know there's another acid wand elsewhere. On the floor above in the hands of a crimson imp. Let's acid Joseph as well. This has pretty much been our strategy. Just acid things and then claw them to death. More bees. Why are there so many bees everywhere? Why is this one bee? Yeah, there we go. Magical power on again. Makes us tankier. A D10 Skeletal Warrior. Skeletal Warrior is another enemy for why you don't want to do dungeon too much. They're really, you can see he's red here, they're really scary even on D12. So to see him on D10 here is early too. They have really good MR as well. Why don't we try just to heal other? I feel like this isn't going to work. We could try. You fail to use your ability. He's completely unfazed by your meager offer of peace. That's really... sounds really mean. So we corroded him. We'll see how we go. Why don't I try to net? Try the good old-fashioned net. Okay. And we could go berserk. I feel like a berserk troll would just beat a skeleton, but also probably... Okay. Also just trolling generally. A manticore, also dangerous. Yes, we got barbed. Alright, let's just go again. Try and true. We'll acid him. And he's just sitting there whacking us. Oh, I guess we can keep aciding him if he wants to sit there. Catopolis, and it looks like... was that just a sky beast? Yeah, it was. Okay. It looks like there's an unseen horror though. Yeah, there is. Okay. Okay. We really don't want to be fighting there because the Catopolis could box us in and calcify us. So again, you see Catopolis, another red enemy. This looks like it was a vault, so again, really high level enemies. This has been an insane dungeon. I'm glad that we're something as strong as a troll. If this had happened to me on one of the weaker ones, like the Vine Stalker, we would have been in for a really bad time. Two-headed ogre, again, another red enemy. Let's acid down the line again. Shields to 8. Nearly there. For a second there, I saw that Crimson Imp and I was thinking, no! That guy's got the acid wand, but he's upstairs. We have quite a lot of gold now. Alright, well the Necromancy book we just can't use at all. This one has... that's one with pass wall, so we can kind of, I think, delete Necromancy and this. It's just really if we want... oops, why I accidentally traveled there. Confusing touch. No, I think I'll wait. So I didn't actually mean to travel. Whoops. Thankfully we didn't meet the crazy Crimson Imp on the way. Silence. Okay. And drain again. It's a great fun drain time. None of these guys have good robes either. No. It's not uncommon for whites to have magical robes. D11. Alright, well the barbs don't get you when you go upstairs. It's only when you move around. Let's go to a different one. This is probably the last floor that I'd want to do. Alright, so we acid and then it's out. So we're going to recharge it again. We got 6, which is not very high. He's actually just going to sit there. Okay, it's alright. I was getting nervous. An Orc Warrior, that's fine. Unarmed to 13. Hey, our shields are nearly there. All these orcs are making me think entrance to Orcish mines might be around here somewhere. Maybe not. Book of Cantrips, there you go. That's why we held off, because we're about to find it. We're being barbed again. This is our 3rd Manticore by D11. It's pretty insane. Please just come to me. Alright. Come on. There we go. They're another really dangerous enemy. Before there. So we can now see Confusing Touch, 17%. That's really good. So I'm going to put that on A. And in fact, when I've been changing around to my CE Invis ring, I could also have been using Corona on them. I should be wearing protection from magic. Yeah, okay, good. So I put Confusing Touch on A. Even with just our 2 levels of hexes that we started with, we have a 17% chance of using it. If we have a look, blah 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 blah. When you touch a monster with your bare hand, it may induce a state of confusion. So it pretty much is only useful on unarmed combat users. So I want to change my macro. So even though my macro is ZA, there's a dot on it, which means wait a turn if it's not targeted, which this is not. So I don't want to leave the dot in, otherwise I'll be wasting a turn. I'll be waiting a turn every time I go to use it. Not read that scroll inside of a monster in case it's immolation vulnerability. I should turn those on to pick up too, because they can be handy. Right. That's a lot of sheep, a lot of yaks. I want to be, if I'm going to fight all these, I want to be in a hallway, of which there aren't really any on this floor. There's one all the way up there, I guess. Alright. Here we go. Run all the way back to this hallway. And I guess we can try our Confusing Touch. Hey, it worked the first time. And again. Hey. It's been pretty good. Yeah, look at this. I'm just confusing these yaks. There's our shields to 9. So we'll turn that off. And I'm going to focus a bit of invocations. I'll just leave Unarmed Combat on normal but not focused. When I go to lair, I really want to be able to have some chance of pacifying things, because if I see hydras, it's too late to then think about training it. Well, I've seen them. If I just run around a bit, I'll heal really quickly. I'm a troll and I have a regen amulet. Hey, Ada. Alright, so we'll go Confusing Touch again. And again. Got them both. It's a very good spell on a troll. Because it's only level 1, but you can see, I mean, they're only yaks, we could probably kill them anyway. Hey, we have 14 large rocks, that's really good too. We It makes me think I maybe want to train some throwing. No hurry. I'd rather just have the invo up. That's a scary monster. Except it has low MR, so we can try to paralyze it. Roughly, there we go. Roughly 40% was not being very effective. What about these guys? 28. He's got a Flail of Holy Wrath. We just do the usual tried and true strategy. The acid into claw in the face. Another 1,000,000 yaks. It's funny, we had 1,000,000 bees before, and now we have 1,000,000 yaks. When I'm getting a new yak in front of me, I'm hitting it with the touch. Hint again. I think there's a song about that. It's from Transformers. You got the touch. Bah, bah, bah. You got the power. Okay, I'm gonna stop singing. Anyway, 80s rock is amazing. If you've never seen the original Transformers movie, by the way, you really should. It's great. And the music, all the 80s rock in it is out of this world. Alright. I'm thinking that I'll probably stop after this floor rather than going to D12 and heading into lair. Another slime. More City Invis rings. We're currently crowed -8. There we go. What is this? So we got a brown ugly thing and a cyclops. The brown ones are the crowed, right? Yeah, so it's in the one form that our acid attack does not work on. We can try to confusing touch it though. Oh, well, we got it. But then we also have an ogre in our face. Try again. We can acid because that will get the ogre, and now we're being trapped, so let's just bail. Okay, maybe we'll just leave that. We'll leave that nonsense alone, and we'll just go to lair. Komodo dragon. It's a difficult first enemy, but we got the touch. We got the power. As soon as I finish recording this, I'm gonna listen to that song. That's a great song. Okay. Well, we can learn apportation. Why not? Maybe we can try to apport these things out. I don't think we can apport it over the plants though. We can try. Yeah, it works. Cool. Huh. A Young Poisonous Handbook. The main spell I would want out of that. Does it not have Ogrebs? Yeah, it would be Ogrebs, but that's a level 4 spell. A level 4 spell on a troll is quite an investment. -5 spellcasting and -3 poison. So I think on most other characters I'd probably do that. On a troll I don't really want to. Let's support this stuff. We can try. Do we get it? Yeah. Conjuration. Okay. Wizardry is really the only one that would be that useful to us. Some spiny frogs. We don't have resist poison, so that could be kind of ugly. It's not ugly enough that I'm going to try to pacify him. Hey, the yak's helping. Well, we confused him. Again, we had the touch and the power. We should kill him before he comes to his senses again. Crocodile's fine. Because you have to remember, while we do have 111 HP, we still only have 8 AC, which is still seems like quite a lot. We've got +2 of our hat. And I guess our robe's +1. But still, it's not a lot of AC. That's what I'm trying to get at. Also, we've done all our cantrips that we're going to want. So let's just get rid of that. As always, I'm doing my inventory management in the middle of trying to fight monsters, which is not wise. Let's get around the corner so we can't do that. That took a lot of swings to confuse him. It's such a good level 1 spell on an unarmed user, especially a troll. Look at this, we're just confusing everything in here. May as well keep throwing things when we get the chance. We can now call upon Elivillian for Divine Vigor. We've hit 5 piety, so that's all of our things now. Divine Vigor greatly increases your max health, magic points, depending on your invocation skill. Current health and magic will also be increased proportionally. And then this one, the Greater Healing, gives you a, quote, moderate amount of health, end quote. But again, it depends on your invocations. So I'm currently at almost at 6. I think I wouldn't want to go more than 10. We're maybe about to find Jiva anyway. No, that's not an ice cave. That looks like a cold themed little vault there though. We don't have any RC. Nope. Alright. You can go to 6. Alright. I think we'll leave that episode here. In the next one we'll find out if we're lucky enough. We should find out, unless I die between here and there, 5, 6. We'll find out if we're lucky enough to get a slime altar in Lair. Join me for the next one if you want to see that. See you later.